Let's have a conversation.
I want to take this time to thank everybody for their support of myself, Mark, and the music and mental health movement. Please take this time to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to get notified of when I drop some more great content. Thank you.
What's up, everyone? Good morning. I just come up with a lot of my ideas in the spur of the moment, and when I have those rare moments when I'm not working and trying to squeeze these in later, I can actually just hop on the live and do it right when I think about it. So this morning, I had my last dip in the pool, and while I was in the pool, I was thinking about this. MMH discussion points. Something that I want to start doing on this channel is discussing certain topics the same way that I kind of do with the reality TV in a sense, but different topics than reality TV because I already have a page that is just for that. What's up, Lisa? Good morning. So a little bit about my background. Good to see you. I'm popping in for a few. Hoping you're doing well. Hope you're having a great week starting out already. It's always peace and blessings until you and your family. Thank you. I have been putting videos on YouTube almost since the time that YouTube started. I know that most people think that I'm new and I just started with YouTube last year, but that's actually not the case. I had a page. I don't remember what year that YouTube started, but as soon as YouTube started allowing monetization, I was on it. And at that point in time, I was able to upload any kind of content that I wanted. And what I was uploading at the time really was mostly sports and pop culture because they didn't used to have any copyright rules. So I would be sitting there on my TV, the same way how I was capturing all these Big Brother clips and capturing these TV show clips and then putting them on my channel. They were flagging me for that. It wasn't Big Brother before. I used to be uploading basketball highlights, football highlights, tennis, all the different sports. If Kim Kardashian said something that was TMZ worthy, I would capture it. And this was not like today when you can screen capture things. I would actually take my video camera, not my video camera, but my digital camera, like for instance, those Canon Power Shots, and actually sit there and put it in the video function, record the thing off of the TV, and you would have to catch it when it's on the TV because the internet was not what it is now. And then I would use my USB connection, plug it in, upload it to YouTube. A lot of people would watch that. The video would have 10,000 views, 15, 30,000 views, 100,000 views. There was no process or no rhyme or reason. You just had to upload your payment information. You could upload anything. I would go to concerts, basketball games. I would record the artist or I would record whatever it was, upload it. Lots of people would watch it. That's that. There was a point in time with the old YouTube before the new partnership program that I was making much more money per month than what I'm making now. And there was no super chats with that. There was no channel memberships. There was none of that. I didn't even show my face on that page. Well, maybe I did. There was a handful of videos, but the way that I'm sitting here and I'm talking to you guys, I might have been in the video or I might have spoken for 10 to 15 seconds, but I was not making an entire hour, 2 hours speaking. I was mostly uploading stars and celebrities doing things, and I was making a good chunk of change. probably at one point, this is not like some crazy figure, but I was making probably about $300 a month passively with making 10 to 15 uploads per month. So I upload way more now, I speak way more, and I make way less so far. So I said all of that to get into the actual titled topic that I have on here. An organic YouTube star, is it possible? I know that some people that are watching this video are just watching it because they support me. They're not interested in actually doing something with their own YouTube. But I also know that some people who will watch this have an interest in doing something with today's YouTube. So that's where this discussion comes from. So I will say, I have made an earnest 1 year effort so far. It's been 1 year and some change since I started trying to build up my YouTube page organically and make something out of my YouTube page organically. I've made no secret about it that if this page succeeded to a level that I needed it to succeed at, or my YouTube presence in general, because now I have 2 pages, that would be what I'm doing all the time. Some people I know that are very successful that make more than I do at my job and still keep the job because they're like, I want to do the job and I want to have this income as well and combine them together. Not me. I do the job as long as I have to do the job in terms of my 9 to 5. I'm only in my 9 to 5 because I have not yet found that consistent alternative to where I can still pay my bills and I know that I have the money to pay my bills consistently. As soon as I find that, I'm out the door. So I'll tell you things that I have learned about this very question. When I started trying to build this page, I spoke to a lot of different people. I tried to get mentors and I tried to get just people in the know. And a lot of people were telling me, Mark, you can definitely build a successful presence on YouTube. Here's how you do it. You follow these trends. I'm like, what are the trends? Okay, you search for the most popular hashtags. You find these dances or these things that people are doing that are catching fire and going viral. You cover viral stories that millions of people are viewing. Or you jump into the gossip sector. You follow all the latest hottest gossip that's happening with all the latest celebrities and you go from there. Or you create a page that teaches people a specific skill that is in high demand, something that people are looking for. Or there's clickbait. There's creating catchy thumbnails and making it look like you're providing a certain type of information and maybe giving just a little bit of that information and making a series of videos that people have to follow: A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, in order to get this piece of information that you could have given them in 10 minutes. So there's many ways. So there's people who talk to me now who are like, you could get a lot more viewers and a lot more subscribers if you do this. And I almost find that insulting to my intelligence. And the reason why I say that is because I know a lot of the things that I could do to get more page viewers, to get more page subscribers, to get more of everything. I can say, a lot of people can't say this. I can say I have built up a subscriber base on YouTube of 20, almost 2,600 people between my two pages that I'm using without doing any of that. 2,600 people is not an insignificant number to me. That is a big number, especially for the way that I have been doing it, which is staying consistent and true to myself. So to answer the question of is it possible to be an organic YouTube star? I'll answer that it's hard. It's definitely much harder. That's the path that is much harder. It's almost like going into a job that somebody already put in all the groundwork for versus starting your own business. The job, it's already ready made. You don't have to think about the who, what, why, when, where, and how. You don't have to think about where your money is coming from. You don't have to be creative with it. You don't have to deal with the highs and the lows. Somebody already did that, and you're just the talent, and you just produce whatever it is they need you to produce, and in exchange, they give you your income and you go about your business. YouTube, there's already ready-made ways that you can just do what everybody else is doing, and that's it. Make what everybody else is making. It's definitely a slow climb when you do it in an authentic way. And that's why I have been now celebrating small victories, because I don't know, strangely, or maybe I was overconfident in myself, but there was a time period last year before I started covering Big Brother. I think I made this page. I can't remember exactly when I made this page, but it was maybe 5, 6 months before last year's Big Brother season. And I had a whole list of mental health topics. And I was recording one basically every week or maybe every 2 weeks. I was putting it up here and I thought, this is great material. Great material is going to guarantee fans and supporters to come check out my material. So I started putting it up, 15 views, 20 views, mostly friends and family accounted for those views, 20 something subscribers. And I said, how am I even going to get the 1,000 subscribers at the time? 1,000 subscribers was required to join the YouTube partnership program. I said, how am I even going to get to 1,000? Nobody's watching the page. There's something I realized about YouTube. They call it the YouTube partnership program for a reason. They don't call it the YouTube mentorship program. They don't call it the YouTube career building program. They call it the YouTube partnership program. And being a partner with them basically means we have a means for you to get this money. You do everything else. That's how it goes. I used to wonder too, why is it that my content, I look at a lot of people's content who has a lot more viewers than me, a lot more subscribers than me. I'm like, my content is just as good as their content, if not better. The algorithm that we always talk about, YouTube could push me into the algorithm today and I become a 1,000,000 view channel tomorrow. But they have no reason to do that. They have no reason to do that. So if you are somebody who already has a name for yourself doing something else, we can use the example of reality TV. They have a reason to push you into the algorithm because they know that you're going to generate a lot of views. You already have your pre-made support that's going to come in there. And a lot of people are going to click your page, and then they're going to get a lot of money via those advertisers from the clicks and the ads that are going to go on your videos. So they have a reason if I come on there, even if my supporter base is like 50,000 from Instagram and I have 20,000 on TikTok, I come on here, YouTube is going to push me out to the masses. I come on here and I'm Mark, peer counselor that lives in New York City. Nobody generally knows me online like that. They're like, you do all the work. You have to figure out how to do this. And I think back to this advice that I got from Wes Bergman. Some of you might know him, some of you might not know him. But he is somebody who is one of the stars of the TV show, The Challenge on MTV. And I reached out to him last year. I've told this story before, but it is relevant to this topic. I told him what I was trying to build, and I actually told him that I was having some frustration with the fact that I'm putting my mental health content out there. Nobody's watching, and I was asking him, how do I turn this into a profitable business that I can live off of? Because that's what I want. I want to be able to live off of all this time that I'm spending into doing this. This is something that never feels like work, but that's now because of my mindset shift. When I started doing this, it highly felt like work because I was at a point in time in my life where I was ready to quit my job right then and there. And I said, this page has to succeed. It has to succeed. It's not an option for it not to succeed because I need the income desperately. Something that Wes told me and something that my life coach Shar told me. Wes, I think, said it first. He said, I'm not trying to tell you that you cannot succeed doing what you're trying to do, but he was like, your topic that you're covering and the general market for that on YouTube is highly oversaturated, and that type of content doesn't necessarily pay that well. So it would be a hard market to break into and make money from that. And he said, but I'm not telling you don't do it. But if you are going to do it, think about if it's something that you are passionate enough to do if you were not getting paid for it. And that was something that I had to take hard consideration of. I quit this page for a while. That's one thing I haven't told you guys because most of you got on here after that time period. So you don't know that. But there was a point in time when I thought about what he said to me, and I said, it's not worth my time to sit here and spend time making hours and hours of this content if nobody's watching it and I'm not getting a dime from it. So then what happened to me too was when my dad was sick, I think I took 3 different family leave times, which gave me a lot of time to think. And the last one, which was last year, November through January, in terms of my page, it was one of the best times of my life because I realized that I honestly just love doing this. I don't have to sit down and say, how can I create content that people are going to be interested in watching? Now, with that said, I know that I'm probably contradicting myself, but for me, if I start doing something just for the sake of views, now I'm doing a job again. You're taking the passion out of what I'm trying to build. You're taking the passion out of what I'm trying to build if I have to cover certain topics just for the sake of the views. Because if you think about it, what happens when somebody gets signed onto a network? They have to cover certain topics. There's production meetings. Production is like, this is trending. You have to talk about this, this, and do this, this, and this. Nothing wrong with that, but it depends what's more important to you. The money or having the creative control to cover the things you want and to be very interested in the things that you're covering and to be able to do it when you want and how you want. This is a huge thing to me personally. I would never want to be on a page where I have to cover the topics that they're telling me to cover. I have to cover things in the way that they're telling me to cover them. I wake up in the morning and I have to scroll through the trends and watch the videos of the trends and do what the trends say. That's mind numbing. Hey, Mark and everyone, enjoy your day. I have to run. I'm going to be late. However, along the way, it was worth watching. As always, peace and blessings to everyone and their family later. Thank you, Dite. So I think that my answer is it possible to become an organic YouTube star? Depends on what you consider a star. You're not about to just do things the way that I'm doing them and get 1 million subscribers like that. I'll be honest with you. I have 25 to 2,600 subscribers between my two channels, like I said. This channel is monetized. That channel right now is in the process of monetization. Knock on wood, I'll be so happy if that page gets monetized. But what I have is a very solid but small group of supporters who have been following me for the past year. They're very active. You see some pages, they have so many people on them. You don't know who's coming or going. You don't know what's what. And the page owner doesn't know the people because they're just concerned about bodies in, bodies out. As long as there's 10,000 people watching each video, I don't care about each person who's watching the video. I'm not like that. I've started to enjoy having my discussions with 10 people on them, 15 people on them, 20 people on them, because I generally know the people that come to support my page. They're very high quality and high level. And the other thing is, there's people who pay for their followings. I've never been interested in doing that route, and you can tell those pages as well. Because you'll be like, how come this page has so many subscribers, but the videos each have so little views? I read in a book somewhere that having dedicated subscribers is really important. People who are very in tune with your page and are going to support everything that you put out. So that means later down the line, when I put out my book or when I get together my self-care packages, when I get my merch together, the people who are supporting me will be willing to get that stuff because they connect with me and I connect with them. So if your goal is stardom, and if stardom to you is millions and millions and millions of followers, the truth is you're unlikely to find that on here without doing what everybody else is doing. But you can get money. You can get some subscribers. It will be much slower, and it will be probably much less, but you don't have to compromise yourself to do that. So think about what you want, think about what path you want to choose, and that will determine the path that you need to follow. As for me, I always say what I have done so far has worked for me thus far. So why change up now? All right, everybody, I hope you have a great day. And I'm going to start doing these topics every week. Drop a comment. Let me know what you think of the topic. And have a great day.